Hey y'all, it's Sam and welcome back to another Crayola product review video. My channel has just become Crayola. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, in today's video, we are reviewing a different skin tone set. Crayola's new Colors of the World 24 marker set. Super excited about this one, so let's just go ahead and get into it. So once again, we are back to reviewing a Crayola marker skin tone set, which sounds a little strange to say, but yes, there are in fact two. And I reviewed the 10-pack of multicultural colors, their 10-pack, 10 set of markers in my last video. So if you missed that, feel free to check that out, link in the description. This is the 24 pack, and yes, that is 24 markers that are different colors. I know Crayola has a habit of making like larger sets that are just kind of repeat colors in those sets. But I assure you, these are 24 different colors, all related to skin tones. So also, once again, this was done live on Twitch. So if you'd like to catch future live streams where I do all sorts of random art related stuff, link is in the description. So definitely go follow me over there if you haven't already. So I'm going to dive right in because it was such a different experience. So spoilers if you didn't see my last video, but the multicultural set was underwhelming for me. The quality of the ink was just not there. And this set is not at all like that. This set, the ink quality was so much better. I had such a much better experience using the ink, and I could tell pretty much right away once I was swatching that the difference of the quality of the ink was really apparent. It's not really gritty. It went down pretty smooth, and it melts pretty well with water. And I say pretty well, pretty good sort of thing because I don't know what's going on with Crayola's marker ink quality, but nothing seems to compare with Classic. And I know I keep tooting the Classic horn, but I gotta keep tooting it because the Classic will always be my favorite go-to set because it's just such a catch-all range of colors. Like, it's literally every color that you could need right there in a 10-pack. And I don't know, I just really appreciate that set. And I found the ink quality to be very similar in their other sets. Their tropical, bold, all of that. I found a very similar experience with those sets. It's just these skin tone sets that a little bit different for me, but in general, it's still a very good set. So for that. It also has obviously a much wider range, being 24 colors. So with the multicultural set, I mentioned an issue with lighter skin tones. It has a lot of mid to dark because you can layer skin tones, whereas because of the water issue, you didn't really get light skin tones with that set, funnily enough. But this set, it has you covered with lighter skin tones. By far. I can't even read you the color names because they're so ridiculously bright. But to list off the colors labeled on the box is extra light almond, very light golden, very light rose, light golden, very light almond, light medium golden, light rose, light almond, light medium rose, light medium almond, medium deep rose, medium almond, medium golden, medium deep almond, deep rose, very deep rose, deep almond, medium deep golden, very deep almond, extra deep rose, extra deep golden, deepest almond, which I was definitely most excited for. Deepest almond, not gonna lie. So once you open the set of markers, there's actually 3 packages on the inside, kind of randomly containing all of the markers. They weren't in any particular order. I had to reorder them myself. But the colors, I think, are quite a nice range. Again, like I mentioned in my big rant in the last video, skin tone sets, I feel, are quite limiting because there's so much focus on brown when it comes to skin tone sets. And skin tones are not brown. They have so many other colors. I mean, obviously they're brown, but they have so many other colors in them that make skin tones. Basically all the colors of the rainbow. I'm not exaggerating here. Like red, orange, yellow, green, maybe depending on the context, blue, purple, pink, all of that is in a skin tone. I don't care what skin tone you have. You are a rainbow. And I'm not being silly. When I did my skin tone drawing with the Classic set, I used every color in the classic set except for green, but obviously it would depend on the situation, and I probably could have used green at some point, so don't feel bad for green. I'm sure green is in there somewhere. But yeah, so I used every color, and that's just something of a nitpick that I have with skin tone sets. However, brown is one of my favorite colors. I don't have a favorite color, but brown is definitely up there. And this set has a lot of brown. It also has pink, and I also really like pink. So this is a great set for me. But when doing the top portrait of the woman, I had a way easier time than the multicultural set, and obviously had a much wider range of colors. I did not use water on the actual figure. I only used water in the background to kind of smooth it out. And also the background, which will come later, I used gray and black, and that was from the classic set, just because I wanted a dark background. But yeah, the colors I think are much better. They melt much better with water. They melt with each other, and actually I found that the super light, nearly invisible skin tones that come in this set are really great for blending markers. So if you don't happen to have water on hand, it's going to be a little bit, there's a little bit of color in it, so you're not going to get pure white. You're not getting like water mixing a color. You're getting color mixing a color. But I still found it to be super, super great. I used that lightest almond all of the time in blending these skin tone sets. So using the markers as themselves, I think the range is more than perfect. And by more than perfect, I mean, I think they give you still a little bit too many. There's still colors that are still so very close to each other that it's almost like a duplicate, even just the markers as themselves, if you weren't using water to blend or get lighter tones. So in that case, I feel like there's a little bit of an extra that probably could have maybe been put somewhere else. If you're going to use water with this set, there's a lot of repeat colors, because a lot of these colors can be lightened up to be those lighter markers that are included. So kind of either way, you're getting a little bit, it's not dupes because they are different colors. It's just you're getting different values. And so it's still a little bit repeaty for me. I feel like maybe we could have gone in a different direction, maybe some more blues, because we have those more pinks with the, I was going to say more pinks with the pink, more pinks with the pinks. But maybe we could have gone a little bit more on the blue range or purpley side to get a little bit more variety of hues in there, instead of having some of these super, super close colors that you're basically getting repeats, regardless if you use water or not. Also, a little nitpick is the color names are a little bit confusing. It took me a while to kind of figure out what order the markers went in, just because the names are so very similar. It's like, well, is like what's very deep versus extra deep? Like is there which one's what? And so that one is a little bit confusing. I probably would have honestly preferred just numbers, like, okay, this is almond number 1 and this is like the lightest, and then you go down the line, or almond number 1 is the darkest. I don't care, but like I think a number would have been better than this confusing English. English is already a difficult language. We don't need to like put it in my face all the time. But yeah, that said, I did initially find the pinks to be kind of a strange input. I'm so used to like browns that these pinks are like so pink, and at first I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this. And then when I started doing the skin tones and actually drawing the portraits, I was like, this pink is absolutely 100% necessary, because it goes back to what I was talking about how skin tones are not brown, and having that pink super saved my life. I still would have loved to have had access to oranges and purples and reds and stuff like that to kind of get even more life in there. But the pinks by themselves already did so much in terms of helping get some depth there with these skin tones. So I definitely appreciate them including those pinks. As a plane is flying by, I will tell you the price of these markers. So on Crayola's official website, they are listed as $6.99, aka $7. You're depending on like where you are and where you buy it from, and if you're using a coupon, you're probably going to find different prices. So would I recommend these markers? Yes. You're getting first of all, compared to the multicultural set as well, where you're only getting 10 markers in their biggest set for the multicultural set, because they have 8 and 10. The 10 set costs $5.50, and for just a little bit, about $1.50 more, you're getting over twice that with this set, and you're getting a higher range, and the ink quality, at least in my experience, is way better, and just a way better experience, a way better range, and way better quality with way more markers. So in terms of multicultural versus Colors of the World, I would definitely recommend getting Colors of the World. I did find myself struggling a little bit with the second portrait, just more and more layering. Kind of had a little bit of a similar feel to the multicultural ink, so it kind of makes me feel like there is some sort of different process happening that's just not the same as what they do with the classic line. But it's basically, it's so much more negligible in comparison to the multicultural set, and I would still recommend the Colors of the World set, just to really expand your browns and get yourself some skin tone markers for super cheap. My actual recommendation would be to get Colors of the World plus the classic sets, just for a couple of dollars more. So you really have like an entire range to really cover yourself, and plus lots of easy to grab to browns that you don't have to make from mixing the classic set together. So if you'd like to see the time-lapse drawing of the second portrait, I have that over on my Patreon page linked in the description. I go into a little bit more detail about my decisions and kind of a more art tipsy side than a review side. So if you'd like to see more Crayola marker art tutorials or art advice and stuff, definitely check out my Patreon page. I do more than just Crayola over there, but I'm in a Crayola whole mood right now, so lots of Crayola content. Plus, I really appreciate the support. So have you tried these new markers, Colors of the World, at all? What was your experience with them? Are you going to get Colors of the World? Is this something that interests you? Why or why not? Have you tried Crayola markers at all? Let me know in the comments down below. If you'd like to see more Crayola related videos or more product reviews, I have links in the description. And again, if you'd like to support me on Patreon, get some art tutorials, resources for your art, link is also in the description down below. So hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Bye!